So in this short video we're going to look at how you find the area of a composite shape. A composite shape just means that it's not like a normal shape, so like a solid square or a circle or a triangle. It's not a standard shape. It's basically a mix of a few different shapes put in together. So if you look at the shape that's up on your screen at the moment, that is a composite shape because it looks like it is a bit of a square just here with a semicircle on top. So what we do with a composite shape is we basically just split it into smaller, more manageable shapes that are easy to find the area of. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a little line here to show that I have a square here and a semicircle on top, and that's going to make it a lot easier for me to find the area of the total shape. So the first thing we do is we're going to call the area of the square, let's call that area 1. And the area of the semicircle, let's call that area 2. Now let's say that the total area of the entire shape, so let's call that A, is going to equal A1, so the area of the square, plus A2, which is the area again of the semicircle above. So let's start with the area of the square. You should already know, seeing as you have done the first questions, you should already know the area of a square is length times width. However, you can always use your formula sheet to help you with things like this anyway. So area 1 equals length times width. In this case, our length and our width is just going to be 6 because, as you already know, these little dashes on the sides mean that this side is the same as this side and that this side is the same as this side as well. So all of the sides of our square are going to be equal to 6 centimetres. So area 1 is going to be 6 times 6, which is going to equal 36 centimetres squared. It's really important to remember the squared because we're talking about area. Okay, so for the semicircle, what we're going to do is we're going to use the formula that we would use if we had a full circle, and we're just going to halve it. So let's start by writing down area 2, so A2 equals pi r for radius squared, all divided by 2. So if we're finding the full circle, we'd just go pi r squared, but because it's half a circle, we're going to divide it by 2. Now, we know at the moment that the diameter of the circle is 6 centimetres. I'm just going to write that over here. So the diameter is 6 centimetres, and the radius is always half of the diameter. So half of 6, so 6 divided by 2 is going to be 3. So our radius is 3 centimetres. I'll just include that on here too. So now that we know that, we can plug that into our formula here. So we're going to get A2 equals pi. Our radius is 3, and that's going to be squared, all divided by 2, which is going to give us, if you pop that in your calculator, an answer of 14.14 centimetres squared. So now we know our areas for the semicircle and we know our area for the square. So now what we need to do is we need to add them together. So if you're writing this mathematically, what you would need to write is this again. So area equals A1 plus A2, which equals area 1 was 36 centimetres and area 2 is 14.14 centimetres, which is going to give us a total answer of 50.14 centimetres squared, of course. And then always conclude with a little sentence with, therefore, the area of the shape is 50.14 centimetres squared. Done.